So, hello everyone.
Hello everybody.
Thank you for joining in. You may be wondering, things look a little different for tea time today.
What's going on? Why are we not outside?
Well, out here in the Coachella Valley for the past 2 days, it's been quite windy outside, and the wind interferes with the audio. So we needed to figure out how to adjust and adapt. And this is what we've been able to come up with. Our garage.
So hello from our garage.
Hello from our garage.
My name is Juan Michael and I'm here with
EESH. And welcome back to
Tea
Time. Cheers.
Cheers.
Now,
Make sure to get your cup of tea or coffee or whatever you like to drink and join us.
and join us. We are drinking the same tea today, and it is blueberry superfruit
Blueberry
tea.
superfruit tea.
It's got a lot of stuff in it, a lot of different ingredients. It's from Stash, the brand Stash, if anyone is aware of that brand.
Shout out to Stash.
At the same time, we have the San Francisco green tea, and we have passion fruit flowers, passion fruit flowers.
Passion fruit flowers.
That my aunt in West Hills,
Auntie Sil. Shout out to Auntie Sil and all her fresh ingredients that she grows.
She grows in her backyard.
In her organic farm.
Yes.
It's just a backyard, but she grows a lot back there. And does a really good job growing really nice things. And we love to put it in our teas. The stuff that is for tea, like the mint. She grows a lot of mint. I think she grows like 3 different types of mint. It's really nice. So we're excited to have Auntie Sel's passion fruit.
Oh, and we have honey.
Flowers.
And there's honey. This time I didn't use Georgia honey. I used a different honey.
What honey did you use?
I don't really know the name of it right now. It's honey that I got from Clark's.
Okay.
Clark's Nutrition grocery store, where you can only find in Riverside County.
For now.
There's only 3 locations. For now, I mean, they're great. They're a great grocery store. They're so good.
If you're in Riverside County, go check them out.
Loma Linda, Riverside, or Redlands, and out here in the Coachella Valley, Rancho Mirage. I think there's one more. Anywho, just Google it. So we are back.
What's the topic for today, Ish?
So we kind of combine 2 topics together, and what we are focusing on for today is being the scientist in your own life and invest in your health.
And in yourself.
And in yourself. In yourself.
So being the scientist of your own life, what do we mean by this? So we've talked to you about talking to, like, if something's going on in your life that you want to improve, or something's going on in your family and it's weighing really heavy on your heart. We've talked about talking to your friends, talking to your family. We've talked about talking to yourself on a video camera. We've talked about talking to professional help, therapy, like talk therapy, and but just like therapy in general is more what we've said so far. And so we've talked about that, and now we're talking about the next step. And so the next step is to be a scientist in your own life, which is you're going to get suggestions from your friends and your family for whatever it is that you got going on, whether that's depression, anxiety, stress, maybe something's happened in your life. Maybe you have some diseases outside of the ones that I've said, and you've gone and asked advice for people, maybe even your doctors. And so now they've given you advice. Maybe you even looked online on how to solve the issues that you've been going through. And so you got all the knowledge that you need, but now
what do you do with it?
What do you do with it, right? It's about being the scientist of your own life. So that's what we're here to talk about today, is being the scientist of your own life, and then also about investing in yourself. So, and they go hand in hand, because being the scientist of your own life, you're going to have to invest in yourself. because a lot of times we invest a lot of time and effort in the companies that we work for, in our families, in our cars,
and other people,
like we spend money on everything,
in our homes, right?
in our homes, on our pets. But how much time do we spend, or how many of you invest money into yourself, right?
Or yeah, or even like just invest in your life, really. Like not even all those things. Like what are you doing with the money that you're making? Like
How much are you actually using to treat yourself, like it's such, like essentially like massages, or to make yourself feel better, as far as like, and we're not talking about buying things to make yourself feel better. It's more along the lines of buying like chiropractor appointments, therapy sessions, uh what else?
acupuncture appointments,
Acupuncture,
even just like right, taking care of your face,
skincare,
skincare, your
hygiene.
hair, hygiene, investing in time like stretching and all the things, right? All the things.
But I like that, like investing your time in stretching. So that's also
Time,
another
investment
investment.
in time.
Investment in time into your stretching, right? So we're talking about investing into yourself, but some of it's monetary, some of it is not monetary, it's time. Like how much time are you dedicating to yourself? How much time are you sitting with yourself and asking yourself, what is it that I really want out of my life? How do I want to feel? And then how much time are you actually spending doing things that are going to make you feel the way that you want to feel, right?
And I like where you mentioned, and this plays in like, okay, you're sitting down and you're spending time with yourself, but like, are you now playing the victim and like spiraling into these negative thoughts and these patterns and like these what ifs? Or are you being the scientist and like putting in the work and the investment and the time and the effort into like overcoming?
Overcoming. And instead of it being investing, oh, what was the one that you just said? And instead of
The
it,
victim?
oh yes, that was it. Instead of you spiraling into what ifs in the bad end, like, oh, what if the, like it doesn't work out? Instead of saying those what ifs, what if you start saying the what ifs it does work out? What if I try this and it actually changes everything for me? What if I just need to stick to this and it's gonna change my whole life for me? Like, what is that what if for you? So that's what we're here to talk about today. Now, what do we mean by being the scientist of your own life? We talked about, you talk to friends, family, yourself, you talk to other people, you talk to a therapist, they've given you advice. Now you have to invest in yourself. You got to invest time into yourself. Now, how can you invest into yourself? Oh, wait. Sorry. We're on being the scientist of your own life.
Yes.
How do you be the scientist of your own life? So let's say somebody gives you a suggestion, and now it's you to implement it. So you have a disease or something that you want to overcome, and now somebody's giving you like, hey, this has worked out for me, or this has worked out for somebody that I know, or a therapist is giving you a tool, and now it's up to you to implement that tool. And it's up to you to be the scientist of your own life, in the sense of you need to come up with the scientific method. I mean, it's already there, but you need to do the scientific method, which is you have a hypothesis. All right, so this person, let's say you're depressed. All right, so this person that I went to go talk to, they told me that they did this, this, and this to not be depressed anymore. Well, now I want to see if that will work out for me. So one, you got to see where you're at. You got to see where you want to go, and you got to make a hypothesis. Is this going to work for me?
And test it out.
And then test it out, and then see how you feel after you tested it out, and then like kind of continuing with it for a little bit, and to just really give it its merit, but also believing that it's going to work out, right? Like you can't do something and be like, nah, like this person told me to do it, but I think he's full of it. Like he doesn't know what they're talking, or they don't know what they're talking about.
Or let's just say you take it in and you try it for a day, and then you're like, nah, it didn't work. Well,
you only
you
tried it for
didn't
a
give
day.
it the time. You didn't give it the time and the effort, really. Nothing's gonna truly change in a day unless you really have the ultimate willpower to want to change it. in a day. But that takes a lot of effort, a lot of work.
A lot of work, a lot of effort, and you've kind of like very, very difficult. Most people won't be able to do it in a
No.
day. I can't do most things in a day.
Mm-mm.
It's everything is more of a habit, and habits you have to change on a consistent basis over a long period of time. And there's this quote, and it's if nothing changes, nothing changes.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't change anything that you're doing in your life, everything is going to remain the exact same.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's going to change.
As if like you're constantly reliving the same day over and over again, like the movie Groundhog Day.
What
I don't-
happens in the movie Groundhog Day? I've never
I'm not-
watched it.
Oh, I watched it in high school.
So what happens? Tell us about
So in the movie Groundhog Day, this I don't know the reason like why he relives the same story, but what happens is right, he wakes up. It's Groundhog Day. I think it's like February 2nd or February 3rd, one of the two. But he wakes up in Groundhog Day, goes throughout his day like normal, wakes up again, and then goes to sleep and then wakes up again. Same thing happens. He wakes up, but he's re-experiencing what he experienced, what he thinks as yesterday, but it's just the same day. And he's like, wait, this is weird. I remember seeing this mailman at this time. Like, I remember waking up at this time. Like, I remember doing all these things exactly the same way. Like, am I reliving the same thing? So he goes to sleep. He wakes up again. He's like, wait, like, the same thing is happening over and over again. And even though he does something different in the day, meaning like instead of getting coffee, he like goes to straight to work, right? He goes to sleep that day, he wakes up, it's still the same thing. Meaning, yeah, he changed something different, but it wasn't the change that needed to get him out of the repeated cycle of reliving the same day over and over again. So in that movie, he was actually, right, doing the scientific method. He was figuring out what he needed to do in order to get him out of reliving that same day.
Wow, that's really cool.
I don't remember
what he did. Or
yeah, I don't remember what he did. I don't remember any of that, but
so he was trying out different things to get him out of the same situation. So what ends up happening in our lives is that we end up creating routine, because we as humans, we absolutely love routine. So we like to do the same thing over and over again, and whatever feels familiar to us, we're going to want to stay in, even in states that we don't even want to be in. So we stick to the familiar. So even being in fear, being anxious, depressed, you might absolutely hate it, but your subconscious mind absolutely loves repetition,
because so it's also addicted to it.
It's addicted to it. It becomes addicted to the emotions and to the feelings that it's feeling, and it feels like if you feel anything outside of that, that it's not safe for you. And so if it's not safe for you, it's not going to experience those things. So you have to allow the nervous system to know, the subconscious mind to know, that it is safe to do these things, to go outside of your comfort zone and to do something different. But you have to do it repeatedly enough to where it's like, oh, okay, this is the new normal. We're okay with this. But yeah, you have to be a scientist of your own life. You have to figure out, hey, try different things out, give it some time and see what's going to get you out of it. Now, let's say you try something for like a month or 2 months or 3 months, and it's like, I don't really feel an effect. I still feel the same. Well, okay, well, now go try something different. All right. So you tried one thing.
Get another piece of advice.
And then go do something different. And then go try that out for like a couple months. And then eventually you're going to find something that's actually going to help you, or a matter of different things. Now, another thing that we want to talk about is that you don't necessarily want to change all your habits immediately, because it's going to be extremely difficult for you to maintain that. Because essentially when you try to change all your habits immediately, you're essentially stepping into a personality that you're not yet. So when you step into a personality that you're not yet, your body's it's not going to feel comfortable. It's going to feel too out of the norm. And again, we absolutely love routine. So when you step completely out of your routine, you may be able to keep it up for like up to a month, maybe a little bit longer, that's like maximum. And then you're going to revert back to your old self. So it's always about changing just one thing. That's it. Just trying out one thing at a time and then seeing if that works, right? and seeing if that works.
One small step, just
One
like how
small
we
step.
walk. One step in front of the other, one step at a time. We don't walk 2 steps at a time unless, you feel like skipping or hopping the entire time.
Hopping. A little hop, hop, hop. Little bunny hop.
Right.
But yeah, it's about being the scientist of your own life and figuring out what's going to work for you. What is it that's going to work for you? Just trying those things out. For me, when I was going through everything that I was going through as far as my health, whenever I was, throwing up blood and like all these things, like fatty liver disease, neuromuscular scoliosis, anxiety, depression, a couple other things that just are slipping my mind at the moment. But when I was going all through all these things, and I had to figure out what to change first. Now, the thing that was easiest to me to change at that time was our diet. Because I was throwing up every day, I couldn't eat everything. I could
couldn't
only
even smell it.
I couldn't even smell like fried food, all the food that's like bad for you, I guess, like fried food. Like I couldn't like smell it. I mean, even good food like steak. Like I couldn't like if I smelled any kind of food, I would just like start gagging. I'd get so nauseous, and I just absolutely couldn't just couldn't deal with it.
No, I couldn't.
And so the only thing I could eat was fruits and vegetables.
Fruits and vegetables.
And I don't know about you guys, but for me, I get tired of the same thing over and over again. At first, I started out with like carrots. So I was just like eating carrots all day, and then I was like, oh, I'm tired of carrots. I don't want any more carrots. Then I moved to celery. So I started eating like celery all day, and I was like, I don't want to eat celery no more.
And then celery with peanut butter, and then that wasn't enough.
Yeah, it was like, so we went on, and then eventually I was like, oh, actually, being the scientist of my own life, what if we made smoothies? I saw a video. I was like, oh, they're making smoothies on this video. How about I try making smoothies? And that was the game changer. But at first, I realized that I did not like green smoothies. Like if they had a lot of vegetables in it, did not want anything to do with it. But so I was like, all right, what can I start with first that's gonna help me? And what I started out with first is, hey, you know what? Screw it. We're just gonna put all fruits in the smoothie, make it as sweet as possible, make it taste really good. Now, if you look at it from a health standpoint, they'll tell you like it's a lot of sugar, but you know what? It's where you start out at, right? And so we start out with all the fruits, like into now we're talking about strawberries, blueberries, apples, mango, raspberries. So like those kinds of fruits. So we started off with that, and that was really good. I was like, oh, I love this. It's so sweet. It's really great. But I started, like I told you guys, I started getting tired of the same taste over and over again. So I was like, okay, we need to switch this up. But I know I need to go healthier. So let's start to incorporate a little more vegetables at a time. So we started adding more and more vegetables little by little. And then eventually it actually turned out that the majority of our smoothies were actually more vegetables than fruit. But initially we started out with more fruit than actually vegetables. But we eventually made it to the point where, oh, now I can drink a green smoothie very easily. I can drink a green drink very easily, and I actually enjoy it. But if my initial me, when I was initially sick, if I tried drinking green smoothies every day, absolutely not. Myself would not have allowed it because I just didn't like it at that time. So I had to be the scientist of my own life, and then slowly but surely start moving into different aspects. So we start off with the smoothies, and at least I can eat at that point. Previously, I couldn't eat anything. Okay, now at least I can eat something. All right, so we're making a little bit of improvement. But my back, I had neuromuscular scoliosis, so my back was like had like curved because like part of my muscles in my back were pulling my spine, and so that neuromuscular scoliosis, it was really painful. It was really painful, and it got to a point. EESH told me EESH used to work in a neuromuscular.
I used to work in several rehab clinics, but I started off with a hand rehab specialist in Thousand Oaks, and then I transitioned to Back to Health in Burbank, and there they did land therapy and aquatic therapy. So that's where I learned how to help people with specific injuries to rehab, like in the pool, as well as like while I was going at the same time I was getting my bachelor's at Cal State Northridge in kinesiology, and I took an like aquatic therapy class as well. So I learned how to provide therapy exercises to people in the water. And then I transitioned to a Center for Neuroskills now in Tarzana that was primarily focused on traumatic brain injuries and stroke patients, so anything dealing with the nervous system being injured. Um, so just all of my rehab skills over the year, I compounded it and I practiced on my first patient right here.
So I was her first
Even
patient.
though I'm not okay, I'm not licensed, I'm not certified in any of those things. I just have the scope of knowledge.
But she had the scope of knowledge. Now, I'm going through it. I don't know what to do. Now, she gives me the exact things that I need to do. She tells me exactly what I need to do. She's like, Juan, you need to roll out. You need to be stretching. This is what you need to be doing with your life. So I went to go ask her for help. She's somebody that's absolutely like knows what she's talking about in the subject. But for some reason, I was like, no, I don't want to have it. I'm not doing it. I don't care how I feel. I'm not going to do it. I don't care. I don't care. Like, what do you know?
What?
Like, I mean, like, but that's like the mental games that you play with yourself when you're going through it, and somebody tells you something that you don't want to hear. Oh, you need to go roll out. I didn't know what rolling out was before then. I was like, what are you talking about rolling out? Like, oh, like going. I see people at the gym doing that, but I don't need to do that. Like, I didn't know what it was at all. I was like rolling out. I was like, no, that's not for me. Like, what? A little ball, and you put your like you just like lay down on it, or like a foam roller. You just like lay down on it, and you start rolling out on this foam roller, and that's supposed to like alleviate your muscle tension. That's just silly. Like, why would I do that? And so I kicked and screamed. I didn't want anything to do with foam rolling. Like, all the advice she gave me, I was like, not important. But it got to a point where my back was just hurting so much, and I was like, okay, Ish.
He had to like use walls. He had to what we call furniture walking or like crawl. Like he had to use walls and chairs and everything, like other external support to help him walk around and move around the house.
This is how I was walking around.
It was so painful and difficult for him.
So painful. So it was just like, this is how to be walking around the house. And just so much pain. And it'd be a lot slower than what I actually
not
just
bent
did.
over like that.
Not bent over as much.
Because if he were bent over, it would be even more painful.
Okay, but I just exaggerated for the dramatic effect.
Oh, I know that, Mr. Dramatico.
Mr. Dramatico. So, it's so funny. So I ended up, eventually, I got to a point. Well, Ish was like, okay, you're not gonna listen to me about foam rolling, about stretching. Okay, well, let's go into the water. I'll do some aquatic therapy with you. And I was like, okay, I'll go into the pool. Like, it's gonna make me lighter, so it's actually gonna take stress off of my spine. I understand that. So, okay, I'll go do it with you. So then she walked me through aquatic therapy, and that helped, but it didn't get me to where I needed to go. And I was still in pain, but it helped. And so it got to a point where I was like, okay, well, we've done the aquatic therapy. And I was like, I need something more. What's the next step? So the next step was, okay, Shell. Okay, Ish. I hear you. I'll listen to you. What is it? What is this foam rolling? What is this rolling out? What is this that you're talking about? Like, show me what I need to do, and I'll go do it. Because I got to a point where I was like, I don't want to live with this pain anymore. Just tell me what I need to do, and I'll do it. And at that point, I had made it onto disability, so I had time like to actually focus on my healing. I wasn't working a 9 to 5 anymore, so I could focus on my healing. I had time, and so I was like, okay. And I heard the thing on the radio that song on the radio that said, "Don't you worry, don't you worry, child. See, heaven's got a plan for you." When I was breaking down crying when I asked God for a sign. And after that, I was like, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to better myself. So I come to EESH. I'm like, hey, like, so what do I need to do? And so she explains to me, like, this is what you need to do. This is how you roll out. And I start doing it. And at first, it didn't feel good at all, because foam rolling, when you've never done it before and you got really tight muscles, like, it doesn't really feel the best. But I was like, you know what? This is what she says I need to do. She was working in a neuromuscular clinic where they would get people with strokes and get them from being a stroke patient that's been laid in a hospital bed for maybe a couple weeks to a couple months, depending, and then getting them to walking and getting them to the best version of themselves that they can be. Not saying that they got them back to where they were before, because every individual is different, every stroke is different. And so I'm like, okay, let me go listen to the person that's actually helped people heal themselves. Maybe she wasn't licensed, but she's seen how it works and how to do it. So, you know what? I'm going to listen to each. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to do whatever it takes. And then I started to roll out for 3 to 4 hours every single day. I started rolling out for 3 to 4 hours every single day. Probably sometimes even more. So I was actually in this garage.
Yeah.
We had some mats here, some blue mats. And I'd be laying down for 3 to 4 hours a day. I'd just be laying in here. I'd be watching YouTube videos.
I did my best to document it. Not so great, but I have like pictures, occasional pictures and videos that we could probably share of him and his process.
Yeah, it was a whole process, and I had to do that for a long time. I mean, I still roll out. I still do trigger point balls. Trigger point ball is like a tennis ball. You can put it up against the wall or on the ground, and you can like lean up against it, and then it'll like start to relax the tension in your muscles. So, but I had to be a scientist of my own life. I had to be a scientist of my own life. I had to try different things out and get out of my ego of me knowing everything, because I didn't know everything. I did it. And I need to listen to somebody that actually knew or had experience with it to get me out of it. And I needed to get to a point where I was like, you know what? Like, whatever you say, whatever you tell me to do, I'll just do it. Like, I don't care. And like, I know certain people, you're hurting right now and you're not at that point yet, and that's okay. But you're going to get to that point. And once you get to that point, you have to be the scientist of your own life. You have to decide, where am I going to start? What is the easiest point for me to start?
And I don't want to, and yes, maybe easy, but like, what's the smallest, most sustainable, like most like efficient or effective way for you in your life to do something, to take that first step? It's always going to start small first, right? Start small, meaning like Juan just had to go into the pool and do some exercises and then get out. And then slowly over time, as his muscles were more calm and more relaxed, then he was able to do trigger point balls, or like the trigger point balls, right? We started off really soft. And the softest would be a tennis ball, right? The hollow, you got to start soft. And because hard muscles don't like something hard against it, they're going to fight back. So in order for those like muscles to relax and calm down, it needs to start off soft, because it needs to, those muscles need to learn how to soften as well. Muscles won't learn how to soften if it's against something hard.
It'll just tighten up.
You'll just guard, and you're totally just countering its effect for you and your well-being.
And that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's your muscles protecting yourself, because you're not
re-injury.
From re-injury, because you're not ready for that yet. No. So you want to start off with the softest possible ball, which currently is a tennis ball.
Tennis ball, or something with air in it.
Something with air in it.
And then slowly over time, right, you do that more and more on a day-to-day basis, and then weekly. And then you gauge when you feel like you're ready to go to something harder, which could be a less, not as dense as a lacrosse ball, but it still has got like stuff inside. Like, it's not hollow, but it's still a soft, dense thing. You know what? Talk. I'm going to show you.
We're going to show you, because we have them. We have trigger point balls.
And this is why this is where the invest comes in.
Invest in yourself.
Invest, right? You have to put in the money and put in the investment into grabbing all of those things.
And the time. Because again, I was investing in myself 3 to 4, 5, 6 hours a day sometimes rolling out so I could get myself to a better state. And we're about to show you the trigger point balls that we used. But yeah, I had to invest time. I had to be the scientist of my own life. And consistently invest time. And then money. Because I started off with tennis balls. Tennis balls cost you, I don't know, maybe $5, right? So that's a $5 investment that you make in yourself. And then investing the time to actually use them. Oh, those are nice.
So, right, tennis ball, soft, right? You could see that it caves in. But then this one, this is like a lacrosse ball, but it's still soft. Do you see how I could still squish it? Yoga tune-up. Shout out to my cousin Mike. And then lacrosse ball, it's firm. I can't really squish it, like it won't give. There's no give. And then the absolute hardest, a golf ball.
And be very careful with the golf balls. Don't really want to put them on your spine or near your spine, but they're really good for your feet. I really enjoyed them. It's really nice. But yeah. So investing in yourself, investing time, investing energy, right? You have to put energy into yourself. You have to invest and believe in yourself. So now we're going to talk about the monetary aspect. So we did the stuff that we could do at home, right? Eating right, rolling out, stretching, exercising. So
moving. I mean, if it's just like walking in a circle, we do that sometimes. If it's dancing, do that at home. Like anything to get your body more fluid and more active, like do it.
And however you can, right? So if you're like, I don't have money for a gym membership. Well, guess what? Outside is free.
Your life is free.
Life is free.
There's this thing that I like.
Calisthenics.
Calisthenics. I like to consider life as your gym, right? Like you got.
You do dips on this chair.
Right, you can do dips on the chair. You have those laundry detergents. Those are heavy. You could do push-ups. I mean, like, what are they?
Burpees?
Not burpees. No, not burpees. But you could do
pull-ups,
press-ups. You could do press-ups. You could do these things. I'm forgetting names right now. Right, but like everything.
You can just hold your hands up. Just hold your hands up.
Yeah. You can hold your hands up. You could do knee raises. Right. You can do.
So holding her hands up. This. All right. Lift your hands. So lifting her hands is going to activate her entire spine.
Oh yeah. It activates your entire posterior chain.
Activates your entire posterior chain. It's just lifting your hands up. That's a workout right there. So there's a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. You can figure it out. It doesn't have to cost you any money. You can do it from the comfort of your own home. Mm-hmm. You can find other people online that are doing it.
You already invested money in all these things. You already invested money in these detergents, in these water bottles, in these jugs, in these containers, with books. Like you've already invested in all of these things. Now just put it to work.
Oh, it's a pretty heavy book, but.
Right? You can put that exactly. Or you can even, just like how you've seen people. I don't want to put my shoes on it, so, right?
Stepping on and off?
No, wait.
Careful. What are you doing?
Heels up, squat. You don't need a weighted plate. The book is weighted.
Book is weighted. You don't have to read your books. You can do exercise with it.
I didn't read that book.
This one's the Foundations of Sports and Exercise Psychology.
Phys Oh, psychology?
Physiology.
There you go.
See, you don't have to read the book, but you can use it.
Yep.
Look, this is a tricep extension.
Elbows in.
Oh.
Yep.
That's actually quite activating.
Yeah. Yeah. See? Life is your gym.
Life is your gym. So.
But yeah, so we talked about investing in everything within your home setting. Now, what about outside of your home setting?
Outside of your home setting. So we're talking about investing into a good chiropractor, investing into a good acupuncturist, investing into different programs, coaching programs.
Well, so that was his and my next step was we did stuff in the home, but he was ready for the next step. And at that same time that he was ready for the next step, I injured myself. I injured my left wrist. This is my left. And I needed the strength and the mobility back into my left wrist for my work and my everyday life.
Because Isha was an orthoptist prosthetist, so she'd help make people whole again. So if somebody lost a leg, an arm, she would actually create the legs and the arms for them, help them attach to them, and then help them figure out how to use it a little bit, and then send them on their way. So that was Isha's previous role. But yeah, continue.
And so I had always known about acupuncture, but I never had a reason. I never had a reason to go to acupuncture until now. And so I was like, ooh, and like this is our time. Like this is our time. Like let's do actually acupuncture. And Juan was like, what's acupuncture? So I showed him a really fun video. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the Try Guys. They're so hilarious.
The Try Guys?
Yeah.
They just try things.
They tried what acupuncture was, and
but like they're on YouTube.
Yeah, they just try things like
on YouTube. They just hear about it and they go try things. So she showed me the video, and you guys should have seen Ish at this time. It was so sad. She was just like her wrists hurt, both wrists hurt. Like her ankles were like hurting so bad she could barely like move around. She looked like a grandma and just like moving so slow. She couldn't really move her arms. Now, Ish is a very jumpy person. She's like jumping all the time. She's having so much fun. She's just jumping and having fun. But all of a sudden, I just see her like just barely moving.
I couldn't jump.
Just like barely moving through the house. And like her wrists were in so much pain. And I was like, what can we do about this? Like, we need to figure this out. And I had just gotten x-rayed I got an x-ray of my spine. And they were like, oh yeah, you have a slight arthritis. They're like, you have a slight arthritis. There's nothing we can do for you. See you later. And I was like, what do you mean you can't do nothing for me? They're like, yeah, we could give you pills, but those pills will really mess you up. I was like, what? And I was like, yeah, you're really young. Did it really mess you up? And I started thinking to myself, wait. Hold on. Wait a sec. I didn't tell the doctor this because I didn't have the verbal acuity at that time to say things. And I wasn't about to fight back with the doctor. But in my mind, I was like, if this is bad for me that I'm young, why are they giving these medicines to older people that are old? Like my body that's young can recover quickly, but older people, they can't recover as quickly. So why are they giving these medicines to these people? And so like alarm bells started going off in my mind. Red alert, red alert, red alert, red alert. Yeah, I was like, what? Like, this doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Like, how is this even possible? And okay, you can't do nothing for me. Send me on my way. See you later. Have fun. Figure out what you're going to do with the arthritis in your spine. Just live with the pain. Figure it out. I was like, all right, well, I'm going to figure it out. Ish got hurt. I was hurt. And we had to figure it out. And so, hey, have you ever heard of acupuncture? And I was like, what's that? Isn't acupuncture the devil? Isn't that like some Satan stuff? And so, because that's what I had thought, right? It's like coming up from a very religious family. Like anything that's outside of the norm that is not like doctor or like straight normal society is like, it's the devil. And so she's like, no, it's this. And so I started doing deep research into what acupuncture is.
Because that's what he does.
Because I deep research is about deep dives into things that I find really interesting or things that I'm about to try out or things I'm about to buy. So I do a deep dive. I see all the benefits of acupuncture, and I see that it's a medicine that or a healing treatment that's been around for thousands of years. That like Like, if it's been around for thousands of years, then it probably works. And I was like, huh, I wonder why nobody really knows about this stuff. And it's because they don't want you to really know about it. And a lot of people like just close themselves off to it.
Why is that?
So they never try it.
Why is it that people don't really know about it, or people are so turned off by it?
So part of it is from the religious aspect. It's, oh, that's the devil. A lot of people feel like that's the devil. I know in the Hispanic culture, that's what a lot of people think. Or at least the ones that I know.
It's wild.
It could be different in your family. But again, because they don't understand it. They've never experienced it. They don't know anybody. They don't know any Asians that have done acupuncture and that they've talked to, and they've explained to them like, oh, this is what it is. It's like, oh, you put needles in you and then it heals you. It's like, what? Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's like, what are you even talking about right now? You're going to put a few needles in me and then it's all of a sudden going to tell my body how to heal itself? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, what are you talking about right now? It must be the devil. Oh, so like the devil must be working in them. And like, oh, they believe in other stuff. So they don't even believe in Christ. So because they don't believe in Christ, then it's the devil. So I only work with people that are believing Jesus Christ and that's it. Right? If they don't believe in Jesus Christ, I don't want anything to do with them, because if the only way to the Lord is through Jesus, and if you're not going through Jesus, then you're going to hell. So a lot of religious people believe that way. Not everybody, but a lot. So that's how I was like, like I never heard about it. So I do a deep dive. I do a lot of research into it. And I'm like, actually, this seems like it could be very, very good. And it says it treats all the things that we have going on. I had gastritis in my stomach. We had figured out the throwing up. I was still very nauseous, extremely nauseous. I was just extremely nauseous. But I was like, my stomach still had like deep arthritis, and then my back still had pain in it. And we ended up trying it out. And the first session was $160, and then every session after that it's $100. And because of our conditions that we were in, they're like, oh, you guys need to come 2 times a week. You have to come at least a minimum of 9 sessions. So that's $1,800 for each of us. $1,800 investment for each of us. And I was like, let me try it out.
There was no hesitation.
No hesitation. I was like, here you go, take my money. But of course, tried it out first. Like, hey, first session. I go into the first session and I walk out. I walk out of the first session and my back doesn't hurt anymore. I'm like, what? Where'd that pain go? Like, it doesn't hurt anymore. I'm like, wow. This is amazing. And then I'm driving down the street and I'm passing red lights like it's nothing. And normally I would get so tense during red lights. I get so tense. And what I didn't even realize I got tense. But because I've experienced a lot of accidents growing up, especially a few of them at red lights. We got T-boned one time. Somebody was going 40 miles an hour. Got T-bone crossing an intersection. And so I had that trauma still in my body. So every time I was at an intersection, my body would tense up, or like crossing an intersection, my body would tense up, but it was so subconscious. It was so normal for my nervous system that I didn't even realize it was happening until after I left acupuncture. I crossed 3 crosswalks and I'm like, I'm so calm right now. I've never felt this way. So I never realized that I was so tense driving until that moment. Or not driving.
Just as a passenger.
EESH would be driving, and I'd be so tense. I'd be very tense with her because she was an LA driver before, and she would be whipping. She'd be like, whoa!
And if you don't know what an LA driver means, it means that I was an aggressive driver.
She was a very aggressive driver. She was swerving down the street and just like weaving through traffic. I'm like, EESH, like.
Anywhere I can find my opening, I take it.
I'm like, EESH, stop, slow, stop. Because she'd be like following like really close to people and then curving and moving and then just flowing through traffic. And I'm like, yo, like it's raining right now. You need to slow down. Even if it wasn't raining, I was still freaking out because she was just a very aggressive driver. And I'm like, why are you going so fast? Like, we're going to get there like 5 minutes later if we go slow. Like, it's not a big deal. She's like, we got to get there. Just like,
I don't know. But
that's what she's known her whole life. So, but for me, it just didn't work out because as far as that, because it would give me a lot of stress because I've been in a lot of accidents. And she's been in a couple accidents, but not as many as I have. So I'm very cautious. She wasn't as cautious at that time. She's a more cautious driver now, but not at that time. And so I'm going through intersections, and it would just be like like nothing's going on. I'm so calm. I'm so relaxed. Wow, this is so amazing. And then I text my acupuncturist, like, hey, I've been like my anxiousness on crossing the crosswalks has gone away. And so she tells me, or not my acupuncturist, but the Mison, my acupuncturist wife,
Your wife.
that runs his office. She tells me that, oh yeah, acupuncture actually helps with anxiety too. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. And like sometimes it will, even though you're going for your lower back, it will actually solve something else for you. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. And so I was going for my lower back. I was also going for my stomach. And that's why we had to do 2 9-week sessions. And my stomach, I left, not, I wasn't nauseous anymore. I was like, I'm not nauseous anymore. This is amazing. This is really cool. I can't believe this. Like, what? And so she ends up I'm like, I'm sold. And so we go through the whole treatment, 18 sessions. And after that, it was once a week. And then a few months after that, it was like once every 2 weeks. And then a few months after that, it's like once a month. Now I go like once a month just for maintenance, just to keep, calm, cool, collected. It's very relaxing. It's time for myself. It's investing in myself. I'm investing time. I'm investing effort. I'm investing money. It's $100 each session, but it makes me feel really great about myself. And it doesn't make me feel great about myself. It makes my body feel really great. So it's worth the investment. What is $100 in my bank account gonna do for me? Nothing.
Grow 0.001%.
Like, what's the point of growing your stack? Like accumulating more and more and more cash. Like, you can't take it with you. So you might as well make yourself feel better while you're still here on this earth.
And actually, in the past, he had struggled. He had struggled with that concept of invest in himself.
Oh, it was a big problem. I would not invest in myself at all. I wouldn't invest time. I wouldn't invest anything. I wouldn't invest nothing in myself, really. Like nothing. It was bad because I came from a lack mindset. My parents growing up, they were always like, we don't have money. There's not enough money to go around X, Y, and Z. So I internalized that. And then I was hoarding money. And now at that point, it wasn't a lot of money, but every single dollar that I got, it was like, hey, like I'm only spending the minimum amount that I need to spend per month. Like I'd only buy white t-shirts or black t-shirts from Hanes, and that's it. That's all I wear from Walmart. And but I would never invest anything into myself. But eventually, when you don't invest into yourself, eventually your body's gonna start telling you, like, hey, you need to start dedicating some time to me. Like, you dedicate time to everybody else, but what about for me? I'm the one that gives you the energy. I'm the one that gives you the power. I'm the one that allows you to do everything that you want to do in your life, but you're not giving me any time, any effort, any consistency with me. So if you're not giving your time and any effort, it's gonna start rebelling against you. It's gonna be like, no, absolutely not. We're not doing anything you want to do. Oh, you want to go out? Nope. We're not gonna do that because like we don't feel good, like at all. Like we don't feel good at all. So we're not gonna go out. So I was a big don't invest in yourself, like nothing. Like spend as little as possible. Spending $100 on an acupuncture session, I'd be like, acupuncture, what's that? You want me to spend $100 on acupuncture? Absolutely not. Much less $1,800. Much less $1,800. I'm like, absolutely not. Now it's $1,800 over a 9-week period, but still, it's like $1,800 over 9 weeks for what? But now I understand. I'm like, oh, my back hurts? Oh, instead of taking pills every day, I can just go to acupuncture once a month and it completely heals my pain. And then I could go and do exercise that will help strengthen my spine so that now like I'm stronger.
And that's one thing is that like when you are going through an injury or if you've experienced an injury and you're trying to figure out like what you need to do, the first things that you need to do, I believe, and I feel like you need to do, you have to go through that rehab process first. You have to allow your body to feel safe again before you strengthen. If you strengthen too fast, you have that potential of re-injuring it all over again and actually making it worse. Just saying.
But yeah, it's like I didn't invest in myself, and then I started to, and then I started to realize actually this is really important. I really need to invest into myself. I need to put back into my body. I invest into my car in these maintenance Like, okay, because it breaks down, I'll put money into it. But when I start breaking down, why am I not putting money into myself?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Right?
When my house starts to break down, I invest money into that.
Mm-hmm.
But when I start to break down, no,
Right?
we're going to save money.
Right? That's
Like,
interesting.
that doesn't make any sense.
That's interesting.
That
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense. Like, how is that even possible? Like, it doesn't make any sense to not to invest in everything else. You invest in your friends, you invest in your family, you invest in other companies, you invest in the company that you work for, but you don't invest in yourself. What are you doing? What are you doing? And if you do invest in yourself, congratulations, you're doing great, you're doing amazing. But if you don't, like, what are you doing? And I understand, like, right now, it might be the first time that you're hearing this, and you might say, Juan, it's really easy for you to say, for you to invest in yourself. Like, you don't understand my situation. Like, the first things that we talked about in this session were things that you could do for free. That only take time and effort. So, I'm not... Just
rethink your priorities.
Rethink your priorities. What's important to you?
What's important to you are other people's lives and other people's things important to you, or is your life more important to you? Like, are you living life for everyone else, or are you living this one life that you have right now for yourself?
And even if you are living life for other people, if you're not helping yourself, how can you help them? Answer me that. If you're not filling your own cup up, how are you going to go fill somebody else's? How are you going to fill somebody else's cup up when your cup is empty?
There's this really cute book. Where do you have it? Did you give it away?
I think I gave it to Dom. Our nephew, Dom.
Well, there's this really cute book called How to Be a Bucket Filler. It's a children's book, paperback. It's really small. It's really cute. I think I'll put it up, like who the author is and everything. But it talks about that. It talks about how to be a bucket filler and not how to not be a bucket taker.
And so what does that mean?
Which one? Which part?
Being a bucket filler and then a bucket taker.
Well, let's start with the being a bucket taker. I guess being a bucket taker would be like...
I got it if you want.
Okay, please.
Okay, thank you. So being a bucket... Phone and friend.
Hi.
I'm here. Hello.
Hi.
I got you. So being a bucket taker is essentially, I feel bad within me. So I see EESH is happy. I'm going to go take from her happiness. I'm going to go and tell her, hey, look, your shoes are dirty. Ha, 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 ha. Oh, that makes me feel good for a second. But in reality, what I'm doing is I'm taking from her happiness bucket, and I think I'm putting it into my happiness bucket. But in really, I'm just throwing it out because it doesn't make me happier at my soul and at my core, because it just doesn't. But if instead, the opposite of that is being a bucket filler, I'd be like, EESH, you know, you're nice. Your shoes are really nice. I really like those.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, those are really cool. Like, where'd you get them from?
These specifically I got from Shein, but originally I found something like these on Amazon, but the Shein ones are more cost effective. So Shein.
Well, that's really cool. But you see how EESH just all of a sudden just got even like more happy? I just filled her bucket. Look, like she's all giddy now, right? And this was just an example. Like, we didn't even plan this. Right? And so, are you being a bucket filler or are you being a bucket taker? Are you telling people, are you building them up or are you tearing them down? And you think by being a bucket taker, a lot of times the mentality is, if I take from your happiness, it's going to make me happy. But the reality is that it doesn't. It just makes you more miserable. And misery loves company. And you want to make other people miserable. And that's not cool. Right? And so that's what we're here to talk about. Is for you to not be miserable so that you could be happy, because hurt people. I was just saying that in my head. But healed people heal people. So the opposite is also true. Healed people heal people. That is also true. Both sides of the coin. Hurt people heal people. And it's absolutely, absolutely important, imperative that you heal yourself so that you can heal others.
But you start small.
You start small actionable steps that you can take today. Don't try to change your whole world right now because it's not going to stick. You have to change just one thing.
Like, and then we started in 2021.
We started in 2021.
And it's right. We're still here. We're still progressing. We're still healing. But like, we're there. We're there at our healing journey to the point where we could do this for everyone, right? We can now provide our experiences, provide our lessons, and teach other people how they can help themselves.
How to heal themselves. And we're not going to gatekeep anything. We're going to give everything away for free.
No gatekeeping.
No gatekeeping. Giving it all away for free.
This is the life of abundance and freedom and purity and excitement and joy and peace and fulfillment and purpose and clarity. Woo, 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 woo.
Can I get an amen? Can I get a witness?
Woo!
Amen. Hallelujah. Amen. Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord, for healing us so that we may heal others, help others heal themselves.
Yes.
Right? Because we don't do the healing. We're not here to heal you. We're here to guide you so that you can heal yourself.
As a vessel to heal.
Right? We're not, because we can't do the work for you. We can sit here and tell you all the knowledge, but it's up to you. It's up to you to make the effort.
And what Juan says, which I love, right? You can lead a horse to water,
but you can't make him drink. And
this is my favorite teacher.
We're not forcing you to do what we're telling you to do. We're just giving you suggestions, guidance, so that you can take action in your own life, right? Because we're not gonna save you. Nobody's gonna save you,
but yourself.
Now, what does this mean? Nobody's gonna save you. Nobody's gonna save you. What does it mean?
I don't know.
So it doesn't mean that nobody's not gonna help you, because people are gonna help you, but they're not gonna save you from yourself. So if you don't want the help, like, they're not gonna force you. They're not gonna waterboard you, because it's not gonna stick. It's just like with an addict. Like, you can't force an addict to stop doing what they're doing, to stop doing whatever they're addicted to. You can't force them. They have to, within themselves, say, enough's enough. I don't want to live this way anymore. This is not what I want for my life. Like, I have hit rock bottom, or you know what, like, my body just telling me absolutely not anymore. And then it has to come within themselves. I want to change. I'm going to do the effort to change.
Yeah. And right, I think it really boils down to, like, you need to understand what is your addictive behavior. Like, you know what, sometimes people say, like, I didn't do anything wrong. Like, I don't know what I could have done. No one's perfect. We are all imperfect creatures and beings. We all make mistakes. We are not always the good guy. I thought I was a good person. Turns out I had really bad addictive behaviors of, like, fear, and I was addicted to the anger. And it took so much courage from him, which I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed, because if he didn't stand up to me, I would have still been this way, and we wouldn't be together. Like, plain and simple.
But it also comes from you as well. When I was like, hey, you got a problem. You need to fix that, or I'm bouncing. Right? Like, you got a year to figure it out. If not, I'm gone. See you later. Deuces. But you did the work. I told you, like, hey, listen, you got an addiction problem with, like, anger and fear, and you need to figure that out. Like, you need to figure that out, because I don't want to live in fear of you.
Yeah.
I don't want to live in fear of my partner.
No. So I invested in myself. I invested time every single day, and it was just me, myself, and I. My thoughts, my emotions, and I put in the work. I talked to myself. I journaled. I audio recorded myself. I video recorded myself. I talked to people. I listened to books.
Which books? Self-help books?
I listened to personal and self-help books. You can find a good amount of what books we both have listened to on our website at thedesertconsulting.com. We have a bunch of recommendations. I listened to a bunch of songs, music, upbeat and positive and uplifting things to help me get out of this negative cycle that I was placing myself in. So I invested a lot of time in myself because I was not ready to let this go. And I'm not ready. I'm not ever ready to let it go. Like, no. So I'm always going to invest time to better myself because I love myself. I trust myself. I honor myself. I value myself. We learned that from spirit science.
Oh, that's what you're going on.
That's what I was doing.
Okay, I thought you were doing your affirmation song.
No, not yet.
Okay.
No, but
Michelle has an affirmation song. It's really cute.
I have an affirmation
It's
song.
really beautiful. It's really great, actually. Like, I listen to her sing it sometimes, and I'm like, that's a banger. It's really good. But yeah, invest if you're trying to grow, if you're growing in your life, if you're bettering your life,
and I like to stay away from this word of trying.
Trying implies failure.
Like, oh, I'll try. Well, you kind of already have in the back of your mind that you're halfway out. You're halfway in and you're halfway out. And that does not work.
Think about a person that says, okay, you invite somebody to a cookout. Hey man, I'm having a cookout.
What's a cookout? You Southern folk.
Cookout is we're gonna go cook steak in the backyard. Burgers. We're gonna go cook burgers in the backyard.
Potluck.
A potluck. That is what you guys call it over here on the West Coast. But a cookout, potluck. Hey, we're gonna go have a potluck this weekend. Do you want to come out? We're gonna have a bunch of games in the backyard. We're gonna have a pool, and then like you say that to a friend, or hey, we're gonna go hang out this weekend with a bunch of friends. You want to come? And they say, I'm gonna try to be there. What does that mean? They're not gonna be there. They're not showing up. Oh, I'll try to be there. Oh, okay, all right. I'll try to make it. They're not going. They're not showing up. Like, they're just not. So whenever you say, oh, I'm gonna try to better my life, no. Say, I'm going to better my life.
You're all in.
I'm all in. I'm all into bettering my life. I'm going to do whatever it takes. I'm going to do whatever it takes to better my life. Doesn't matter what it takes. Oh, I need to be the scientist of my life. I'm going to be the scientist of my own life. Oh, I need to invest into myself. I'm going to invest in myself no matter what it takes. By any means necessary, I'm going to get to where I need to go as long as it's for the highest good of all. So, with that, we leave you with... You have to invest in yourself, but you also have to be the scientist of your own life. You have to take small baby steps, one step at a time. You can't change your whole life all at once. And I mean, if you do try it and it doesn't work out, okay, because that happened to me. I tried to change everything all at once. I've done it multiple times where I try to change too many habits at the same time, and then I revert back to the same old habits. So what I've learned is that if you change just one thing, that can change everything. And there's this one quote from this book that I read one time. It was, all right, if you keep doing the same thing, you're gonna keep going in the same direction. And if you go for 1,000 miles, you still be, let's say there's two people, they're going in the same direction. And they're going for 1,000 miles, they're gonna be right next to each other. But if one person decides to move 1 degree to the right, you go 1,000 miles, you're gonna be 1,000 miles apart.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you math majors, give me in the comments of like how far it would actually be, but essentially it'd be 1,000 miles apart, right? It'd be very far apart.
Or for example, right? Like you're going in a straight line, right? And this is the straight line. Well, if you change the direction of it, the straight line actually looks like a point, and the point technically never looks like it's moving anywhere. Unless you actually change direction, then that point will actually start to change and it won't look like a point anymore. It'll actually start looking like a different geometrical shape or something different, right? It's all about perspective as well.
I kind of got confused by that one.
Oh,
but it's okay. But just if you go 1,000 miles in the same direction, you're gonna be right next to each other. If you just move 1 degree, you're gonna be in a whole different world, in a whole different country.
Yeah.
And if you keep going and you consistently move 1 degree every 500 miles, you're going to be in two whole different completely
Different
areas.
worlds. And so maybe there might be some people that are like, well, what's a small step that I can do for free right now? For investing in yourself and being the scientist of your own life.
You can-
Once you
Okay,
go
go.
first and then I'll go.
Okay, just one for each of us?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So one small thing, like 5, 7, 10, maybe max 5 to 10 minute meditation videos. They're beautiful meditation videos out there. Like you don't have to sit still in it if you don't want to, but just be conscious and aware of the messages behind it. Invest in the time to just do 5 to 10 minutes of a meditation.
That's a great one. For me, it's gratitude.
Oh, that's a beautiful one.
Practice one thing when you wake up. What's one thing you're grateful for? Put it in the comments.
At a minimum.
At a minimum. What's the one thing you're grateful for today? And really feel into the gratitude.
Mm-hmm.
Really feel into, hey, I'm really grateful. And think about back in the time when somebody did something for you and you were really grateful about it, and just like feel into that energy. And then now that you're grateful for, like you say, hey, I'm grateful for my life. Okay, really feel grateful for it within yourself.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be beautiful.
Yeah.
And then why is this important? Because when you're grateful for your life, you start to see the beauty in the small things. And that's what life is all about. It's all about the small things.
Yeah.
And God will start, universe, whatever you want to call it, source, will give you more things when you're grateful. Because imagine like you take out your friend out to eat and you don't tell them anything. At the end of the meal, you're just like, hey man, I'm gonna cover it. Don't worry about it. And they don't even say thank you. They're just like, just expect it. Do you want to go take that person out to eat again? Probably not. So it's the same way with the universe, with God. It's like, this person is not even grateful with what I've given them. Like, why would I give them more? It doesn't make any sense. Mm-hmm. Well, we'll leave with you today. And if you're ready to make a change in your life and you need accountability partners, you need somebody to help you along the way. Maybe you don't know where to go, but you're absolutely ready. You're committed. You're gonna make the changes in your life. You're gonna do everything you need to do to get to where you want to go, to feel the way that you want to feel,
to become the greatest version of you. To
become the greatest version of you, and you need a little extra help. Well, that's what we're here. We're the Desert Consulting Health and Life Coaching. You can reach out to us at www.thedesertconsulting.com. You can set up a meeting with EESH, or you can set up a meeting with me. First introductory meeting is free, but then after that, there is payment after that.
If we do continue.
Now, if you want to support our mission, we also accept donations on our website, and we're absolutely grateful for each and every single one of you for staying up until this point and watching. We are so grateful for you investing time into us and investing time into yourself. Thank you so much. Yes, and thank you.
Yes, and thank you. Have a beautiful rest of the day. Stay tuned for more tea time.
Tea time. Woo, 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 woo.